The LEGO Group just dropped a new promotional item. So does that mean it's time for you and me to swipe the card? What's up, everybody? It's your host here, Cristo from Stud City. And for the first time in a long time or a short time, depending on your interest, we have a really good LEGO promotional item that I want to talk about and is going to be available for a limited time. And I don't want you to miss out on it if you're interested. So today's topic is going to be the Sega Genesis controller. Now, unfortunately, I was not in or around, at least to my knowledge, when the huge console wars of the Sega Genesis was battling it out with Nintendo and some of their products. But I do have a really cool Nintendo Mario Kart blue shell, spiny shell that was a really cool insider reward that's worth a hefty penny. And similarly, not an insider reward, we have the opportunity to pull up a really cool promotional item and one that is just unlike others. And I don't want to miss out on this, so I'm actually going to be making an order, considering the fact that you have to spend $130 to get this. Now, like I mentioned, I wasn't around during these console wars, and to be frank with you, I didn't even use this controller in my life. But this is so cool. Like, this is one of the coolest promotions I've seen in quite some time. It, to my knowledge, is a pretty well-designed scale of the remote controller that you use for the Sega Genesis, but inside has a removable section here, which has the Sonic the Hedgehog core. So technically, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog set, and it's pretty neat. So really, really cool. You even have Sonic doing a spin around like his little course there in micro variant and micro version. So I mean, this is really cool. It has a brick-built stand as well. And I think one of the biggest draws for me in some of these GWPs and promotional items is the fact that they get exclusive boxes. That's always been a huge win for me, and I think helps make a promo just take it to the next level. Trust me, I love building my LEGO sets, but there are a few sets that I think look fantastic in a box, and I'd like to keep in my sealed personal collection. And the Spiny Shell is one of those, as well as this one right here. So I got to make my order, and I got to make it quick. But let's talk about, should I wait or should I buy it now? So anyways, as I mentioned, you have to spend $130 or more to get this gift with purchase, and it's available from September 8th all the way up until September 17th while supplies last, which is kind of weird because it says ends September 18th. So I don't really understand the discrepancy, but we'll get into some of these details in just a second. But I wanted to first take a look at some of the prices of this gift with purchase, which means free if you spend $130 on LEGO. Well, going over to my good friends at eBay, you can see one sold for $50, $58, $46, $31, $46, $40, $45, $45, $45, $49, $49, $54, $45. Wow, there's a lot of sales on this for just being out under 24 hours in time of recording. So pretty interesting, clearly a popular one. If this GWP goes out of stock, it will only become even more valuable. So I'm going to do my due diligence and go ahead and pull that trigger. Now, I will mention this video is not sponsored in any way or form. However, I shop using Rakuten online, and they currently have 10% cashback on my end. I don't know if it's different for you, but if you decide to get some extra discount, use the link in the description. You'll get like $30 for signing up, so take advantage of that. Anyways, should I wait even longer to test it? Well, this is where I was talking about those dates of the GWP. So apparently this is going to end on the 18th or 17th. I know it doesn't roll into that. It actually rolls longer, but we have the new Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship releasing on September 15th to the general public, or the 12th, which will be live streaming at midnight on September 11th for the release of this set. For VIP, or I mean LEGO insiders, it will be available during that time period. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is I'm very curious to see if they exclude the Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship, aka the Black Pearl. Do they exclude this GWP? Because they've excluded so many gift with purchases from sets that are releasing and vice versa. So I'm really interested in that. If this does stay available and you're able to promo stack, because keep in mind, we're also going to get a exclusive Jack Sparrow's compass, and it doesn't come as nearly as pretty of a box. It comes with that crappy LEGO Insider yellow box back from the LEGO VIP days, but it is branded with an instruction booklet of Pirates of the Caribbean. It has a nice brick-built compass, but again, no minifigure, not making it one of my super sought-after GWPs, but it's all right, right? But the incentive goes so much farther up if we're able to buy this day one and we get the Captain Jack Sparrow's compass as well as the Sega Genesis controller, given the fact that it stays in stock. So that will be really, really, really exciting to see. Keep in mind, we're going to be giving away one of those Captain Jack Sparrow pirate ships over on our September 11th midnight release stream. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that live stream. It's going to be pretty chaotic. So hopefully we see you there. Anyways, even if the Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship isn't up your alley, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is also releasing on September 15th to LEGO Insiders. And that would technically mean you're able to get this day one release, which costs $220, but you'll also be able to stack the Sega Genesis controller. Is that going to be worth it? Well, only time will tell. And to be quite frank with you, will this GWP even last that long? Now, one other thing to mention about this is the price point of Captain Jack Sparrow's compass. Now, I think the set is clearly less desirable. There's only been one sell on eBay, and normally when a GWP is really popular, you'll see a lot of them sold out in the pre-orders list. Now, I know it's not even available yet, but you can still only one pre-order sold at $100, which I think is absolutely crazy, don't get me wrong. But normally when a GWP is popular, example was this Sega Genesis controller, there was a lot of pre-listings still sold. And you can still see there's so many of this set literally just sold. So I'm really excited about this one. I need to pick up a copy. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to pick up just yet, but I know I'll probably focus on LEGO sets that are retiring at the end of the year, as well as LEGO sets that probably will make certain that I get this 10% cash back because, well, that's kind of a lot of money if I'm spending $130. I'll at least get 13 back, a promo worth around $50, and some LEGO Insider points to go along with it. So I don't think you can go real wrong. Aside from that, as far as GWPs approaching and LEGO sales that are approaching, we're definitely getting into that time of the year where we're starting to see more and deeper LEGO sales and deals. So if you are interested in getting LEGO sets on sale, I highly recommend you subscribe to this channel because, well, we talk about some of the biggest and deepest LEGO deals throughout the entire year, let alone a time period from October, November, December, because that's when things really start moving. So if you like getting deals on LEGO, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Aside from that, let me know in the comments below if you're picking up the Genesis controller and or which LEGO sets you're picking up in order to get this exclusive promotional item. Unfortunately, the LEGO page doesn't have any sales currently. They rather just have, just keychains and whatnot. So yeah, we've seen some deals and sales last week, but unfortunately right now, only deals and discounts are a few handful of sets that we've seen just deeper at other places and some keychains. So I'll probably just get something at MSRP price and take advantage of a really good GWP. Anyways, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like today's video if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Christo from Stud City. Swipe the card responsibly and we'll see you in the next video.